Alrighty, everybody. Today I'm going to talk about Mr. Penumbra. Oh, wow, that lighting is great, isn't it? Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore. I recently got this book as part of a gift, and I didn't know anything about this novel jumping into it. I decided to go completely blind because I like the idea of going into a book knowing nothing. In my experience, knowing nothing about a novel has really helped me, and I know that's weird to some people because I've always said that a back cover and a front cover of a book are advertising for a book, and you should be able to judge a book by its cover and whether or not you want it, which I'll be making a video on that later. But I really wanted to go in knowing nothing about this book because it was a gift, and the person who gave it to me said, you're going to like this. So I wanted to trust their opinion enough. So I went into this knowing nothing, and just here we go, here are my thoughts. It focuses on a Clay Jansen, who he finds himself needing a new job. He's like a web design specialist. He's living in San Francisco. He's a tech guy. This takes place in like 2012, and he finds himself getting a new job at this mysterious 24-hour bookstore. It never shuts down, and it's going 24 hours a day. It's him, Mr. Penumbra, and a mysterious third person who run the shop. He takes the night shift, Mr. Penumbra takes the evening, and the other guy takes the... No, the other guy takes the evening, Mr. Penumbra takes the morning shifts. So from 10 to 6 a.m., this man is there working the shop. People will come in, ask for weird books that have like random letters and stuff in them, and then he'll give it to them, and they never pay for things. They check them out like it's a library, and he has to kind of figure out what's going on. He has to meet some new people along the way. He has some roommates, some friends. He starts developing relationships, and he's trying to use his tech ways and the old ways to kind of mix together. And it's a strange mystery. It's a weird book because there isn't really a genre to it. I had a really tough time placing this, which I think is good because I don't like genres as a concept. I think they're too like easy, and I think they're just box books into categories like these or this books. But overall, I thought this book was okay. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I thought it was right dab in the middle. I enjoy the characters and I enjoyed the mystery of this novel. I think what the 24-hour bookstore ends up being and what the story behind it is rather cool and rather interesting and unique. It kind of comes out of nowhere, but you're there with the characters as it kind of comes out of nowhere. So I think that works because it's supposed to be like this strange form. Like, what? Really? Is that what's going on here? But that's how the characters are too, so I feel for them in that moment, and I know what they're thinking. I just heard a cat. I heard a cat. As for the characters themselves, I really didn't like the main character, which is weird because he's the main character. So why the heck did I bother with this book considering I followed him? But I don't even think it's because he's a bad person or he's annoying or anything. He just hello there, little one. Hi. He just. Here's the cat, everyone. There's nothing to him. He's incredibly boring the entire book, and his personality seems to consist of, I don't know, referencing pop culture. Like that's his thing. That's what he does. And this entire book is filled to the brim with pop culture references and like modern day things. They talk about Google and iPhones and Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, and that works for it and against it. I think the book is cool because it kind of follows the trope of the hero's journey. It borrows a lot from Lord of the Rings and Star Wars, which is weird to talk about when you're talking about a book about a bookstore. But once they get into the actual adventure aspect of this book, you can kind of see those those Star Wars and Lord of the Rings references and ideas coming through in it. But what makes it I don't like about it is that they tell you that that's what it is. They're like, this guy is our Obi-Wan Kenobi, and this guy is Frodo. It's like, we get it. You don't have to beat us over the head with it. I like the other characters in this book far more than the main character, mostly because it actually felt like they had personalities. I didn't like them all as people, and I wouldn't want to be their friends, but I still enjoyed reading about them because they actually had something going for them. And I think that's kind of the point of the main character, is that he's this boring dude, not really has much going for him, and on this journey, he kind of develops his own life and more of a personality. But still, I feel like the book was trying to paint him as someone, but it just ended up painting him as no one. And I'm not even exactly sure who they wanted him to be, but he definitely was nobody to me. But I do also enjoy the humor in this book. It had a few laughs for me. I enjoyed the weird genre bending of it all. I think it's a book where the first half is pretty pretty boring. Not boring, but just normal compared to like literature and like writing and storytelling. The second half, or maybe second or like last third of this book or so, is very weird. I've never had this kind of conversation with a book where it's telling me all these weird and new things that I knew about. It involves more tech stuff and technology and stuff like that, so I'm not a tech guy. I don't even know how cameras work. Look at my videos. But I enjoyed reading about it because I'm like, oh, this is cool. This is new. I've never experienced this before, so that's kind of fun. Overall, you guys, I thought this was okay. It's not great, not bad either, but you know, I had a good time with it. I thought the cover is nice. It actually glows in the dark. I don't know if that's my copy only or something, but mine was glowing in the dark. I didn't know that, so when I turned off my lights one night, I was like, oh shoot, there's a bright little light over there. But yeah, overall not bad. I kind of enjoyed it, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do, and I'll see you all in the next video that takes me 2 months to make. See ya.